Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Check Me. I want to talk about this Ravens game, Lamar Jackson, kind of what the dynamic was, what I was thinking throughout the whole situation, and kind of just what to expect in the offseason. A lot to unravel, but the main thing I want to talk about is the Ravens defense and how phenomenal they were. The Ravens defense really was the reason why they're in this game against Cincinnati, why they played so well. Uh, you know, Even though they got rid of Wink Martindale and he was with the Giants right now, the Giants defense is playing solid. I think the guy they got, I forgot what the guy's name they got from Michigan, is also has the boys right. Um, but the defense is just playing lights out, and with the Ravens doing so little on offense over the past couple of games, I think it speaks to how well that offense and that how well that defense plays, and that's the reason why they're in the game. Tyler Huntley did a good job, I think, as a placeholder quarterback. If it wasn't for that one, gaffe, we'll be having a different conversation with the Bengals. The Bengals, the Ravens defense only gave up 8 points in the second half. The Ravens only scored 7 points in the second half. But Lamar Jackson's situation is I felt kind of bad. I felt like he should have been at the game. Um, but him not being at the game just shows that he's clocked out. This relationship, I think, is beyond repairable. I think that we're looking at in the offseason, we're looking at, do they trade him? Do they get something for him? Do they keep Greg Roman and then keep Lamar Jackson? Do they get him weapons? Do they pay him? This is the relationship, I think, is far beyond gone. The team, Lamar Jackson has done everything he could for that team, but you don't go out there and jeopardize yourself, especially in this moment with NCO when it comes to contract negotiations. Um, I don't think that he was 100. I think the main reason he wasn't out there was he wasn't close to being ready. And typically for away games, players don't travel. Even for playoff games, they typically don't travel. They're rehabbing. Being on a plane, having a knee injury. Just the stiffness that comes from that. Goes a long way. Just from being on a plane and whatnot. Um, yeah, I like to see him at the game in the press box. Maybe not on the floor, whatever. But I, rehabbing, being at home, making sure he's 110%, he can perform well. Whatever happens in the offseason for workouts, if he does or doesn't get traded, I think is a main point of emphasis for him. But this relationship is beyond, I think, repairable. I I don't think the Baltimore Ravens with the team that they have now is not going to um, waste the talent they have now. You have Calais Campbell, you have Houston, you have guys who are in their prime, Humphrey, Peters, who are looking for a Super Bowl. Whoever whoever you bring in is not going to be able to run that offense effectively as Lamar Jackson did. The Ravens' best bet, the best case scenario for the Ravens is to fire Greg Roman, bring in a new offensive coordinator with the same exact team, bring in some names in the offseason. You're paying guys, you're paying everybody but, Lamar Jackson. So, if you gave him a somewhat of an offer of 250, but it wasn't guaranteed, you have enough, finances to get somebody, to bring somebody, some receivers in and quarterback in, etc. But they're in a bad position, and the best case scenario, if they don't get paid Lamar Jackson, they have to revamp their whole offense because there's no one in the league right now, other than maybe Justin Fields, that can run that offense the way Greg Roman wants to run it, and Lamar Jackson has been exceptional. When we talk trades for Lamar Jackson, there's a lot of landing spots. Wherever Lamar Jackson goes, he's going to go to a team that is Super Bowl ready. The standard for Lamar Jackson is really high. He's already no matter where he goes, he's going to be on a short lease. So they expect winning quickly. But I think Lamar Jackson, he's not going to go to a team that's if he gets traded that needs to rebuild, he's not going to go to a rebuild team. He's going to go to a team that's made ready, right? That's hey, look, this team's on the crevices of making to the next level, and their only missing piece is Lamar Jackson. So there's some teams out there like that the Baltimore can trade for and get something, maybe some offensive players back or get a quarterback back that can work well. But best case scenario, if they don't, because best case scenario for Baltimore is to pay Lamar Jackson. That's the best case. You work this all season, you pay the man, you protect the man. That's the best case scenario. But if they don't get Lamar Jackson, fire Greg Roman. Let him go to the Chicago Bears or something like that. Fire Greg Roman, get a new coordinator, and try to get some offensive weapons because that team is ready for a Super Bowl. So I don't blame Lamar Jackson. I think Mike Vick is, yeah, ever since he got the Fox, he's been saying some stuff, off the wall stuff. But I get what Mike Vick is saying. He played for the team and whatnot. I don't think that he was ever in a situation like this with Lamar Jackson being arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, or the best quarterback in the NFL, and just not having anything on offense that has really helped him, tremendously, except offensive line guys that, that just run block as opposed to pass block. So, yeah, best case for scenario, Baltimore they have to pay Lamar Jackson. That's the best case scenario. If they can't, fire Greg Roman, get some offensive weapons, because that team is ready to win a Super Bowl right now.